Would you like me to translate?
Violence. All right, so
Kenyans violence.
Violence.
The VAW. No, violence. Yeah, seriously though.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah. All right, so what I love to consume, I'm so much into couple channels. Am you asking locally? Am I just generally?
No. Like
generally.
Yeah, this is a global platform.
Global, okay.
We've got people in California,
Right.
Of course,
in Nigeria.
Shout out to the multilateral market. Don't forget that word. In case you forget, I'll remind you.
All right, so I'm so much into couples, like couple channels, and social experiments, like seeing how nice people can be, how weird people can be.
How mean.
Is it more reason you take your car to the garage and you end up interviewing the mechanic? Come on, man.
Exactly.
Come
But
on.
even though Lipata the most views of my latest.
Yeah, because it's real.
videos,
It really
'cause
connects with people. You know, it connects. So I also was like, come on, now does this garage belong to Gracy or she's just okay? This could be content, but again, people like us could be doing content, but in reality, we are flexing what we own.
Yeah.
You know. Or somebody might be flexing out there like I have a mansion, and really you think that this guy is just flossing his showbiz. But in reality, these people are living in mansions. So I was like, can I also take my ride to...
That was Ogada Rovers by the shout out.
Yeah, that was good. I watched the whole thing.
Really?
Like I watched the whole thing.
I think I should do more of this,
and you know why I was doing it? Because like, wait a minute, I'm going to host Kesh so soon. And I'm simply borrowing a leaf from you. So we're learning from each other.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And I've watched lots of Kenyan content because I'm strictly Kenyan content. Yeah. And now we are going global. We don't want to play with this JOfuasia thing. We are going African.
Yeah.
Like this is international.
Yeah.
So when we started Play KE movement, come on, being realistic, one of my homeboys, quite a huge game in the rap game, Kevo K-Force. Every time he could make a post, he could say, play KE. But now people could not understand what it was. And we were trying to break it out there. Yeah. We started this movement of, you guys are playing international content on our media so much. Why can't you do this? Then again, we got a backlash. You know, the mainstream media, radio presenters and TV were up ganging on us like, you guys don't have content to push. What level of music is this? Yeah. I even remembered, like, I wrote some crazy things on my Facebook. Up to until yesterday, I'm like, 2 years ago, you posted this nonsense. I'm like, okay, well, now I'm going to need this guy. And I spoke bad about him. But hey.
So are you going to take it down?
It was none but love, man. No, I can't take it down. I can't take it down. Because that would be simping, man. I don't want to simp. Yeah, so when we're doing this, Kesh, you will also, go through the ups and downs. How has the creation of content on YouTube been, paying you so far? Is this something that you can encourage the upcoming guys maybe to do it? Or is this something that you just want to be like, come on, man, this is just for fun. I'm going back to school, maybe do my degree and stuff, and probably get that chai, like in a chai, me graduate.
Also, before you answer that, how can you also advise the upcoming artists how to be monetarily afloat in the industry as they rise up with their 200 followers and subscribers?
Do you want me to be bluntly honest?
Yes.
Kindly.
Brutally.
Actually. All right, so if you are getting in this YouTube space, usingie juu ya pesa.
Exactly.
And then when you're choosing your concept, is it your niche?
Your content,
choose something that you love. It's all about passion. Because mimi bado kama si passion, ningekuwa nishaenda kitambo. Honestly speaking, 2022 yote sijakula. Okay, nimekula from YouTube, but not something to say I can pay my rent comfortably, I can do this comfortably, and I still do it consistently. Why? Because I love my niche. I love talking to people. I love bringing out the humane, like Calligraph, having him laugh in my channel. That's a win for me. Having him impact, like wewe kama mtu audience ukimwatch uko like, kumbe he's just a human being like us. So that's usually my joy. So whether I get the money out of it or not, I'm
You
content.
just you're content.
Of course, we all want money at the end of the day.
Yes.
But I know there's a time that will come.
Yes.
Itafika hapo. But
Right.
for me, I do it because I love doing it. And then meeting these people as well is interesting. You meet different personalities. Wengine kuna kiburi, wengine wako vizuri.
Yeah.
You discover like they're just people like you. They just have a bigger name and more followers
Yeah.
on their pages, but they're just nice people like you, you know. So number one, if you're getting to the YouTube scene, get into it for fun. Come on, for fun, bila pesa. Get into it for fun. Maybe you love traveling and you want just to vlog. Like you
Yes.
said, it's a business.
Yes.
Do it 100%.
Yes.
Number two, if you're getting into it for passion, do it.
Do it.
Get a niche that you love. If you love cooking,
Yeah.
and then I won't promise you'll get money the first month. I won't promise you'll get money the second year. It takes, for some it takes few, you know, you never know.
Yeah.
For some it takes fewer moments for you to get to your victory, but for others it takes longer. So are you patient enough to wait for those 2-3 years for you to be
Hey,
stable
but
enough?
for you,
YouTube?
man, yours is crazy. Like I don't know. Maybe I was giving you too much attention. But normally, when I want to know.
That's all.
Steve.
I mean, not in a bad way.
Just
it's
kidding.
okay.
Yeah, it's
Not
all
in a
love,
bad
baby.
way.
Yeah.
And even if it was in a bad way, I wouldn't mind because it's not a crime. You know?
Definitely. Okay.
Kesh, people think that when you are a celebrity,
Yeah.
you're not even supposed to wash your clothes. You're not even supposed to go in the farm and do some farming. You're not supposed to like get into the kitchen and peel those potatoes and stuff. But you've been doing all this, right?
Yes.
So what is the potential suitors traffic like into your life right now? Because I know you're single. Come on, man.
How do you know I'm single?
I mean, at least last I checked, I was like, you were like, kienyeji hapa bana, you know, like kienyeji hapa, where are those suitors? So I'm like,
Alright,
okay.
alright.
You keep on posting what you're posting. I'm gonna put you on camera and I would need answers.
But I mean Kenyeji by the Pro Maxi. Najua kuchonga viazi, najua kutoa mandizi.
Yeah, and your aunties were all there. You know, I don't know your mom, your dad.
Yeah, they're
they were
all
all there.
supporting me.
Yeah, and actually some were even saying, now you're enough to get married. I'm like, okay. Do we still do it like
For the in-laws.
you know, exact. So I'm like, come on, man. Like, okay. Because you see, on Instagram, definitely, if you're following me, anything that I post on my stories, it'll just pop up.
Yeah.
And again, I don't want to flip because this is my friend. This is my follower. We have something going on. So why can't I just take a minute and see what you're doing? And it's interesting because she's a content creator. She's creating content everywhere she is. Like, look at now what we're doing.
Yeah.
You're doing your stuff here. We're talking, we're laughing. People might even think like, come on. These people are friends from whatever.
From Kitambo.
From Kita. It's because of the breaking of, you know, the ice. You break it before you meet, you know. So I'm just asking you, you know, there are girls growing, watching. There are boys growing, watching. And they think that being a celebrity is just like staying in the house, go do your celebrity thing. Don't come around here. Don't be seen on the shamba. I'm saying this because Daddy Owen was also posting his stuff while he was in the village.
Yeah.
And I even wanted to pop up to where he was and get crushed in his party because he was in Kisii and I'm in Nyamira.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I had not known that you guys had sat down for an interview.
Yeah.
But because of the stories that have been surrounding Daddy Owen, I felt like I really needed to,
Connect with him.
talk to this guy. So I follow him. Every time he posts, he's either in the shamba, he's doing this. I'm like, well, let me ask you, is it a crime just to go home
And be human.
get out of the glow, the glare in the camera, lights, action? Jane Maze, chomoa lipstick bana, enda ushago kamua ng'ombe. Ngoa.
Wig.
Can you tell these girls who think that just
Technically, it's a weave.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was just messing with you.
All right.
Yeah, so we could be educating masses out here because people are saying times have changed. Do you know
Changed how?
Like exactly times have changed, but that does not mean that I have to change from an African to whatever.
Yeah.
I'll go home, I dig in the shamba, not because it's some level of labor, but it's because it's fitness. My grandfather right now is 88 years old. If you start sprinting with that guy, you can't beat him. You cannot. And I'm not saying this because of the background that is affiliated with people from my area, but I'm just saying it because, come on, look at me.
Yeah.
You will take me to the pitch and I'll do 90 plus extra time plus penalty. And I'll still wake up tomorrow morning and jog the field with
He's
you.
really feeling himself
get-
today.
I'm feeling myself, man.
Feeling
Come on, you guys are
himself.
making me burn. I wish I was
your
just...
feelings today.
Like,
I wish I
okay.
had a fire extinguisher here. It's burning, you know. And we won't be copying Jeff Koinange though. But tell these people that it's okay, you know. Listen, I don't want to be an ambassador of it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
Because that's crap. Go home, get out of your high horse, get into that garden if you do it. Do it yourself because you won't be any less of a human being or a celebrity. So your word to, you know, the upcoming generation, please.
So before you are a celebrity and after you are a celebrity. So let me start with before. You are human.
Yes.
You are somebody's daughter or son.
Yes.
You are somebody's friends. You're somebody's sister, brother. So before you got into this space, you are human.
Yeah.
Ukiwa in this space, you are human. You just have 1 million followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
But in person, you have feelings. That's why you cry.
Yeah.
You know, you are human. After, and even when worst comes to worst, you know, when you're at your lowest moments, okay, not everyone is like me. Maybe I take it on social media and tell you guys, leo nasikia vibaya. But there's that one person I run to, my mom and my dad and my sister. You know,
Yeah.
I have my, let's call it a support system.
Yes.
Your confidence.
My confidence.
And
you
that
know.
sister of yours, ni twin wako, twin ama ni story too.
Si twin. Canada form 3. Hi, Jai Gaki. But she's my twin cause nikarefu kuniliko.
Imagine.
It's
No,
always
looks like
like
they
that,
say you suckle too much. When you suckle too much, your
just-
follow-ups tend to grow bigger than you.
But that's
No.
true. Also, my younger sister is bigger than me.
like body wise, urefu.
But hey,
You're like,
Gaki, listen. Don't think that when you're taller than your older sister, you're older than her.
Yes.
All right. So when you grow taller than your sibling, you still remain the smaller one. Anyway, alafu your story ya gari.
Yeah.
Your story ya gari. I asked you about the car that you were taken to the garage and decided to do an interview to the mech. Did you buy it with YouTube money or you just went there for content? I mean,
Itakuwa kama
udema ndesha gari ni noma jo. Na sijui mbona hujakam nayo leo.
I drive two Kavits. Mkitaka mnaweza nilia Benz. This me and the mosh. Say what's up. You know what I did there, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, so we would like to, you know, because it's having fun really.
Yeah.
And when guys are coming out, people like to come out, you know, with that suit and tie. You know, we grew up in an era whereby even radio presenters who were reading news, na huu ni mtasari wa habari mkiletewa na Nimro Tabu?
Yeah.
No. Nimro Tabu wasn't doing that. Na Leonard Mambo Mbotela.
Yeah, by the way.
Because, you know, I was brought up in an era whereby TV was strictly black and white. And if it has to be colored, then you have to buy some plastic and stick it on top of this other screen for you to see
Dekwe
colors.
colour.
It's really
Mtu
past
angedhani
your
uko 50
bedtime,
years
old man.
akisikia
It's
vile
really,
unaongea.
really
Ati
past your
we used to-
bedtime.
Come on. I mean,
Go
like,
sleep.
am I sleeping or should I go sleep?
We used to.
No, but seriously,
Nitafunzwa hapa leo.
I'm simply trying to say what you have to push out here. Kama hauwezi jituma. Like you really have to put in work. Because we sat with one Elvis Nyaruri and he gave in a very interesting story. You know, Elvis is down to earth and then this guy sings country music.
And he has an amazing voice.
Country music. He's a youngin. This guy is under 30. He's not even, I think he's 26.
He's 28.
28, right?
Yeah.
And the guy breaks it big, you know. So when some of us are talking like some Stone Age guys, it's not because we're like Stone Age guys, because we've been hanging around or hanging out with older guys who could actually give us their ideologies and the way of life. And you appreciate it because you would come home to my village. Of course, I like doing it because most of people have seen me in the village and doing stuff. And and I just don't care. I'm in my gumboots. I'm just running around. At times I will help my mom to milk the cows. And there are so many other guys who take these things for granted. They're like, these things have been bypassed by events. They've been bypassed by event, but you want to go to the shop and get powdered milk. You don't know how this milk was powdered, because before it was powdered, first it was milk from a cow.
Yeah.
Okay, it is good, but these are the things that we're also doing that are keeping us fit. So when people are just coming in and seeing Grace doing her thing, you know, they'd be like, come on, this chick just started the other day, now she's big.
Yeah.
Because you remember what she asked you? 22,000 plus subscribers. I mean, and you as an individual, do you think you could have gotten to that mark if you were just seated at home with your parents, or just saying, come on, my mama said she hasn't chased me from here?
She'll feed me.
And you know, these parents are crazy at times, not in a bad way, crazy at times.
African parents, you
they'll
must
pamper
say.
you, they'll pamper you, but when you reach a
Until you're
point, when you reach a point and they feel like, come on, you're supposed to get married. And this is going out to my mom. This is going out to my mom.
Personal.
Unajitetea
This is
sasa.
going out to my mom. Like this time I'm telling my mom, like, I go home, you know, me and my mom joke a lot. You think she's my sister. So of course my wife was in Nairobi by then and I'm in a village, so I'm trying to help her do one or two. Then mom is like, come on, we unanizoea sana bana, mi si bibi yako.
Rudi Nairobi, man. You overstaying your welcome.
Then I'm like, mom, wait, mom, karada, because I'm the one who's doing bills around here. So if I go, what are you gonna do? You know. But then I don't know, your relationship with your parents, I can also feel like it is the same relationship with my parents, because I joke a lot. I will joke a lot with my uncles. I'll joke a lot with my older people, elder guys around. And I can tell you, you and your aunties are one and the same.
True.
Because I was like, come on, okay, udem mazeni superstar, alafu cheki venye anachachisha. That's what I simply mean is this chick is a superstar. But see how she's doing.
Yeah, for people from
We'll have subtitles. We'll have subtitles.
UK.
So we can do this over and over.
Yeah.
But of course, again, it starts with how you've been brought up. So to the parents bringing up their kids, do you think that they should advocate for the modern way of living, or they should also take their kids to the village and teach them who they are, show them the backgrounds and everything? One word for that as well.
Oh, is that for me? That's a tricky one for me.
African parents.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a tricky one for me because I mean, like, because like I didn't grow up in Kenya. I'm more of a city girl, super global. So for me, the village is just like unimaginable. I've not spent over a week there, so of course you wouldn't find me in the farm. And it's not like I don't believe in farming or I think that it's for a lower class of people. It's just not for me. And like, you do what you are good at, focus on your strengths and work on your weaknesses. But if you did grow up in that situation where you did go to your village a lot, or maybe you grew up from the village and came to the city, then I think that you should, that you should be able to show that to your kids. Like for me, my dad, put me on a flight since I was a kid. We had a big pool in our house, so I don't get fazed by when rich guys come to me and try and tell me that they're going to give me this experience or that experience. I'm like, my dad already showed me that, and so I know that it is there and it is within my reach and my grasp. So show like whatever you have been brought up with is what you should relate to your kids. If it was a village setting, then sure. If it was a city setting, then yeah.
Well, some of us have been
You
brought up
can't
in-
expect you can't judge a fish's ability to climb a tree.
Some of us like McKenna.
You get me?
McKenna, what do you have to say on that? Jen has defended herself, man. You'd think she was giving a testimony to have an appointment.
Guys are not like that, I'm not like that, but it is like this.
Yeah, I mean,
just
like,
even
I don't like. I
Just
don't
kidding,
like.
baby.
Yeah, I don't mind learning some of these things. Of course, like if I do get a Shamba boy partner one day, I wouldn't mind, like learning
Shamba boy,
the ways.
shoot your shot.
DM.
I wouldn't mind learning.
Jane upon
So Jen,
All
you're
social
saying-
media.
yeah. No. So what Jen is saying is what many people are saying. But again, you see, there are privileges that come around, and a privilege that you land yourself into could be taken anyway or either way. But basically, because like some of the schools that people like us have gone to, basically they've really disconnected us with the outside world, because there are schools that are offering agriculture as a subject and practicals. You have to grow a garden and a small piece of parcel. You plant and you get grades for that. So these are things that, coming from an agricultural, a country, because our main export maybe is agricultural, or our main import is basically agricultural. I expected Jen to say, because I've been brought outside and now there is cultural exchange, I could basically get some, tractors and combine harvesters, go down there.
He's even using your voice. He's even using your voice.
No. But seriously speaking, no, it is true, because a lot of us guys with fame and fortune that people are now riding on, they forget. But you remember, even the richest guys in this world, people like Bill Gates, they invest in research and agricultural produce. People like Lloyd Dallamer. Right now, if you go to the supermarket, I'm not advertising for them or marketing, but you'll be like, I want the yogurt for Dallamer. Look at Del Monte juice. I mean,
Right, so you're saying that you don't have to go into the farm, but you can get into the industry.
Yes, you can get
employ
and employ
farmers.
farmers.
I get that.